Alright, so I am finally finished work and I didn't have like a scanner or anything today, so I could just basically go off duty from the truck and just go straight to my car. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the whole thing about pay and I guess the whole situation regarding when you apply to US Foods, specifically for this division, like what do you go through? So yeah, I'm in a car now, heading home, and just real quick off the rip, I'll just put on my pay stub right here. September 15th, actually, yeah, September 15th, I was hired. And as you can see, from the beginning, 9, 7, 11, 11, 16, 7. As you can see, I'm pretty much sitting around like the 1,000, range. But as of lately, the last 3 checks have been, holiday and whatnot, 15, 12, almost 13, and 13. But yeah. So the starting pay for me is $27.02 an hour. So that's that's starting pay. So starting pay over here for me, at least, because it could be different for everybody else. It's $27.02, and then after a year, as I was told in training, for me, it'll be either 32 or 35 an hour. I don't remember actually, but it goes up. We have a union here. It's the Teamsters union. I'm really not familiar with it because I come from the East and I was never in a union, but I am over here. And yeah, as I've said before, that the job is hourly. That's a really big benefit considering the things that you go through at this job. It's actually not terrible and not like really hard. A lot of people will say like, oh, doing food service, super strenuous on your body and all that stuff. It is, but I come from doing 48-foot trailers, all ramp work, chain accounts, and it was at night. So I really had to, awaken my body at night for some hardcore work. And it's just me. Never had a helper, ever. It's just me. But yeah, like I said, it's hourly. There's no component that I know of over here. And you can ask like other drivers from this division, Phoenix division specifically, what they do, and especially if they've been here longer than I have, because I've only been here since September of last year. But I'm past probation. I should have vacation time soon. I was just told by another driver who's been here longer, obviously. I should have around like a half week or a week. But the cool thing for me is my off days. It seems like I'm off like Tuesday and Wednesday, but everybody's off Sunday. But I go back to work Monday. So today's Saturday. No, today's Friday. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. Today's Friday. I go back again for Saturday. Then I'm off Sunday. But then I go back on Monday. But then I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday. And that's been the same since the past like 3 weeks now. So I could essentially just take off Monday and then I'm off for like 4 days. Now, if I want to go across the country, or not the country, but go out of the country, I'm gonna need at least 2 weeks. Because those flights are no joke, man. No joke. It's gonna take at least, depending on where you go, it's gonna take at least 2 to 4 days just to actually finally touch down. Because a layover could be like 10 hours. But yeah, as far as the work goes, US Foods has a lot of different accounts, man. A lot of different stores they deliver to, as they say, mom and pop stores. A lot of hospitals, at least out here. Daycares. Even truck stops. I've always wanted to deliver to a truck stop, and I've gotten the opportunity to. I delivered to a truck stop, a few of them, pilots, down in Tucson. Decided to close the windows because it's quite noisy, but I'm also in an industrial area. But yeah, the stops are, man, I'm not gonna lie, the stops out here are just, customers want certain, things a certain way. You can't prop the door open. They want, like, if you're doing, let's just say a certain section, let's just say you're doing dry, right? And more than likely, it's at a hospital, because hospitals definitely do this. You'll have a whole pallet or 2 pallets of dry, and it's just mixed, obviously. And they're going to be like, oh, I want my pudding here. If you have Jell-O, put it here. If you have, like, any type of dole fruit, like, mandarin oranges or anything like that, they all go here. Oh, and if you have, I don't know, chicken fingers or some shit, so they're going to go all the way over here, and you're like, bro, for real? But that's just what you deal with. You get the job done, and like I said, it's hourly, so it's, at the end of the day, you're getting paid for each hour that you're on the job. But to the actual business, when you come over here, you're going to do a road test. You're going to be driving, I would assume, like I did, in a 28-footer. Maneuver a 28 through like a very tight sort of course. You have to blind side back and driver side back. I think you have to do an offset back or something like that, or offset blind side. I don't know, whatever the hell it is. But it'll catch you off guard if you're not used to maneuvering, or if you've never maneuvered a 28-foot trailer. It'll catch you off guard. But yeah, the road test, and then basically they test you on, the whole dolly situation, where, if I'm not mistaken, I think I put like some empty boxes or something like that on my dolly, and we set up the ramp, ran down the ramp, cool. But then now you have to be trained on the electric pallet jack, and I was very nervous about that, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, I've heard horror stories of guys like flying off the lift gate with it. One guy actually told me he got catapulted like 15 feet from the damn lift gate because it was just a bad situation. That's all I'm gonna say. But also not getting crushed up against a wall with electric pallet jack, because those things, they weigh like, I'm just assuming, I've never looked at the gross weight. I'm assuming like at least 10,000 pounds. Well, that's like the weight of a day cab. It's up there with a car, though. It's up there with a car. But yeah, so road test, a dolly, and then the electric pallet jack, which they'll let you get a feel for it in the warehouse, and then you'll actually take it. You'll be outside with it, kind of go through, basically maneuvering through really tight spaces and not touching the walls and stuff. And like, I was doing that in like the rain, and it was like, bro, this is like a true test right now. It was like a true test, just trying not to touch the walls with that damn pallet of I forgot what the hell it was, but it was a full pallet of something wrapped up. I think it was just, it was like, I don't know what the hell it was. But fast forward past all that, and of course way before that, you do like the whole online stuff, just safety meetings and whatnot. Like, they go really in depth with it. But fast forward, more than likely you're going to be the relief guy, and the relief guy is the one who relieves the other drivers. If they call off, or if they have vacation time, or if they need help, anything. Like literally, I've been told to literally help a guy, right? Because he did not want to put the freezer in the standing freezer. So I was like, I'm thinking like, oh, like this must be a lot of freezer. Like, bro, it was like less than like 10 cases. He was just like, yo, like, if they give me this stop or whatever like that, like, I told him I'm gonna just put the freezer outside of the stand up and it's gonna thaw out. I was like, wow. But things like that is gonna happen. You're gonna be called in and whatnot, and you're just gonna have to just roll with the punches until you can actually get a route. But I don't think I'm getting a route anytime soon, man. And the reason I say that is because I remember like literally, I think it was last month, it was a bid, right? And my, I don't know, I guess supervisor, there's so many like upper people, upper management. But I was told through the phone, basically, there's no more routes. I'm just like, he's like, yeah, so you're gonna have to be a, relief guard. Sorry to tell you. I'm just like, dude, I assumed that. That wasn't even on my mind. I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna have to be the crumb picker. So I'll just be picking up the crumbs of whatever the guys don't want and just have to do it. So all I gotta say is, if you're really looking for work and you're really looking to, make some money, you just gotta have a tunnel vision, man, and just keep on going. And this is honest with any job though, but with food service, I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I wake up, man, even still, especially when I was at Sigma, but even still right now, because it's so like, I don't know what's in store, my nerves kind of get a little bit bad. So I'm just like, man, like, it's just me versus a trailer full of product. And, I could have a tipped over pallet. I could have, a trailer that was loaded and I'm supposed to have a pallet jack, but I don't. And that's happened before. Or I could have a trailer that's heavily loaded. Sorry. And it's all ramp today with like 14 stops or more, And of course, not knowing these damn stops, because I'm new to this division, just new to US Foods, period. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been in Tempe and Gilbert and Chandler quite often, especially Tempe. So once I'm in Tempe, I already know like kind of what's in store, and I'm just like, okay, I know this stop, I know how to set up, and I get it done really quickly. But once I'm going somewhere else outside of that, man, it's like now I gotta park the truck, I gotta go walk to the entrance, walk through to see where the back door leads and see how I can actually go back there and just get it done without wasting too much time of how to set up and whatnot. And the only reason I'm kind of making this content because really this YouTube channel is going to be pretty much about, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to be all over the place, but really Arizona, traveling, and basically what I do for work. So I don't plan to be here forever, but I definitely miss food service in general. And yeah, so it was either this or tanker, liquid food grade tanker. Because every time I say tanker, they're just like, you're hauling like a bomb? You've done that? I'm like, no, I haul food. It's just palm oil, canola oil, peanut oil, vegetable oil, oils. Yeah, I'm gonna just wrap up this video. It's basically a little short, brief summary of US Foods in Phoenix, Arizona. Going pretty good, pays the bills. Actually, I can quickly touch on the pay real quick, a little bit more, a comparison, because I've had guys on TikTok from out of, like, I would say California, or even like Texas or something like that. Like, oh, our starting pay is like 30-something an hour. It's just like, bro, but you live in a city where your rent is like $3,000 a month for like a 2-bedroom. You know what I mean? But and my rent, I'm pretty sure I've already said this, but my rent is like base rent is $11.87 for me, and where I live, I like it. So it's a very great area, people walking their dogs, white women jogging. I'm just saying, when you see white women jogging in a neighborhood, it's that's a clear indicator that it's been gentrified. I'm just being honest, bro. But yeah, a lot of great shops there. A lot of great shops, and a very 2 malls actually. Really, 2 really big malls, not that far from me. And yeah, I'm actually passing one of them. As you can see over here, that's the Arizona Mills Mall. So, and I've delivered there. But very cool mall. But yeah, man, I've had some guys, on TikTok message me, like either through, the comment section or like legit DM, just want to know what the pay is like and whatnot, because for some reason a lot of them are looking to switch over. And I'm like, you do realize that you come here, the cost of living is, much cheaper than California, but you're not going to get paid like California. So it's really like a balance. But for some it could be worth the cut, but I don't know. I just think that California, though, is substantially higher, and it's because 35 million people live there. But yeah, it seems to be that Californians are coming over here, and I got no problem with it because I'm from New Jersey, and every time I tell someone, they're all surprised. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not Cali. I'm New Jersey, man. But yeah, that's enough talking in this video. I'm gonna end it right here. And if you want to know anything else, just ask in the comment section. But yeah, I'm about to head home, shower, get my protein in. Might hit the gym, but normally I don't. But yeah, I'm out. Take care.